Hello and welcome to the new episode of A New Era with Arsenal Football Club. Might have to look at changing the title of this series because we are kind of reverting back more to the Invincibles like we mentioned in a few episodes now. So not really so much of a new era but more of a throwback, I guess. This is Series 2 Episode 4 and last time we had the Barcelona game and the Tottenham game. From what I recall, we lost to Barcelona. I think we drew at Tottenham, away at Tottenham. I think it was 1-1 or 0-0. I think it was 1-1, so not amazing results, but they'll do. Today we have got Liverpool in the league, so another easy game. But to be fair, I'm bringing all the bigger teams, the bigger names. I mentioned the Man United game. It drives more to the channel, and I'm trying to grow, so that's one part of it. But also, it's what you need to do. You know, there's going to be more interesting, watching us play Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Tottenham, Barcelona, things like that. You know, no disrespect, as opposed to say, I don't know, Watford, West Brom. I don't know why I'm picking all W's, but I am. Fulham, that sort of thing. So it makes fun sense, and it gives us a chance to, do what we've got to do in the league in between against those teams, but then really test our mettle on the camera against the bigger, say camera, because there's no camera, but on the live com, because there's, against the better teams. So let's see how we've got on since the last episode, which was those. Well, the draw was Tottenham was the last game, I think. So first up, we had Millwall in the League Cup. The League Cup's third round, I think. No, fourth round. And we were absolutely woeful. Both teams weren't great. They had one shot, none on target. We had 13, none on target. And that was in, I think, 90 minutes. It went to penalties after 90 minutes. And we were lucky to get through. It was 5-4, I think. 5-3 on the penalties. Cooper missed for them, and it didn't require us another one to be taken. So we had goals scored by Romero, Zelem, Rafinha, Soulé and Maitland-Niles. Basically scored all five. They missed number 4, I guess. I think it must have been the ABB schedule, because the normal old route wouldn't have finished 5-3, I don't think. I wasn't really paying attention to the penalties. I was sort of playing it, and a phone call coming, and I thought I'd paused it, and I hadn't. When I come back, the result would happen. So I didn't actually get to sort of register or log what happened. I just came back and saw it once. I was like, fair enough. The performance was woeful. I wasn't expecting it. Don't get me wrong, they were no better, but yeah, I mean, they're doing quite well in the Championship as well. I think they're second or third in the Championship, so they weren't a pushover. We did rotate, obviously. We put as many different players in as we could. In fact, everyone was different. The bench was the only thing really that had any kind of first team essence of it, I guess. But on to the next round in that League Cup. I won't be trying too much. The same sort of team we're probably playing with. And we do know who we've got, actually. We've got the easier tie of the draw, actually. There's quite a lot of big teams left in it still. But we've got Coventry of League 1, I think, in the next round. So as easy as it could have got. Next up was Norwich in the league, who were near the bottom, or in the relegation places anyway. So a win here, essential for us if we've got any kind of hopes of realising any kind of success this season, or comparable to last season, or doing anything like that, or even finishing in the top 4. Reece Nelson opened the score in the 17 minutes, and not much else happened. We were the better team, we were in control. Didn't look like we were going to concede, but then Paqueta made sure on 80 minutes, and then Romero just made doubly sure on 91 minutes to give us the 3 points at the Emirates and sort of send Norwich, I guess, one step closer to getting relegated. I mean, we're only in, where are we? We're in November, so it's not for sure, but it's not looking good for them. Next up was a bit of revenge against Barcelona in the Champions League, and we were very, very good in this game. And again, we probably could have won by more than the one goal shown. Not shown, but showing on the score sheet, on the scoreboard. There wasn't a lot of highlights in the first half, but the game we kind of come to life a little bit in the second half. We did get the goal in the first half, 34 minutes, but that was pretty much all that happened in the first half, apart from Ousmane Dembele getting injured. They had a very strong team out, but we were just in control of the game. We only had 2 shots on target in 90 minutes. They had the possession, which we expected, but not many shots, not many on target. We had a couple more shots and a lot more on target, and we were just generally more in control of the game. A lot of the highlights seemed to fall our way, and that sort of thing. Aubameyang, despite his low rating, I thought had quite a good game. Whenever he was involved in the highlights, he was doing good stuff and driving at their defence and causing all sorts of problems. But the goal, was by Ozil. I don't know who got the assist. It was Pereira got the assist. I don't remember the goal too much. Yes, I do. It was played across, I think, and he cut in and his left foot and whipped it into the far corner. So yeah, great goal, great result, and it gives us a good chance back in the Champions League tie. We'll have a look at the group stage in a minute and see that. We're not playing the group stage game today, but we'll have a look. And then the final game before today was away at West Ham. They were 8th or 9th, I think, 8th in the league. Yarmolenko actually gave them the lead on 9 minutes. It was their first shot on goal. And to be fair, they were the better team in this game and probably deserved to win. Somehow we got the win ourselves. It was just a masterclass from Pierre Aubameyang. Just after half time, getting his equaliser, and then right at the death, 94th minute, getting the winner. Real smash and grab job for us. We had to make some changes. We brought Reece Nelson, Romero on, and Vecino on, and they did kind of make a difference. Romero coming on, we went to a 2 up top rather than the player just off. We had Reece Nelson on the left coming off of Pereira, who's a bit not playing great, a bit jaded, and Ramsey didn't have the best game out of them either. Vecino come on. Who was actually, or was at one point wanted by West Ham, so that was an interesting one. But West Ham gave us a good tough game and probably deserved at least a draw, but we managed to grab the win, and that's what good teams do. They grind out results when they're not playing their best, and at the moment we're not, apart from the Barcelona game, we're not particularly playing our best. We are grinding out a few results. So what does that do with the league? We're 5th. We were 4th at one point, there must have been some games in hand. I thought we were still 4th, but Tottenham must have won a game in hand and took that 4th spot, but we're only 1 point behind. 1 point behind them, but we are a good 6 behind 3rd and 10 behind Liverpool, currently way at the top. A win here today against Liverpool would be a real tonic in that and give us a good kickstart, pull everyone closer to Liverpool, pull ourselves closer into the mix as well. We are starting to pull away a little bit from 6th and 7th Man City and Southampton, which is good. Obviously we've just beaten West Ham, so it pulls us away from them as well. So yeah, looking quite good. Wolves, Norwich and Brighton. I mean, Wolves look be in real trouble after 12 games. They've only got 1 win. So with Norwich, to be fair, they've got a few draws in there. Watford could get sucked in. I mean, anything up to about 9th or 10th at the moment is on the verge of being sucked in. Anyone, there's still a lot of teams to go. I mean, we're only in November and it's 12 games in. But the season the league table's starting to take a little bit of shape now, and you can see sort of really who could be sort of getting sucked in trouble. If we look at the Champions League group, I think that qualified us. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. 1 more point or 2 more points needed at least, but we do know we've got the benefit of playing Anderlecht and Borussia Dortmund. So we've got Borussia Mönchengladbach even. So we've got Mönchengladbach next away, and then we've got Anderlecht at home at the end. So I'd fancy us to win at least one of those. Anderlecht actually had the advantage over Mönchengladbach, which I wouldn't have expected going into this group. I'd have thought they were the whipping boys, and we'd have a real tough push for second with Mönchengladbach, with Barcelona probably pissing it a little bit for the lead. But we have the advantage over them. They've drawn with Mönchengladbach, so we just need to make sure we better that next game and then keep the pressure on with the Anderlecht game as well, and hope maybe Anderlecht or Mönchengladbach can take something off Barcelona again. Next game week they are away to Anderlecht, so there is a possibility of that happening. So that'd be very interesting to see. So without further ado though, let's jump into today's episode. We'll have a look at the lineups. I think I've set them up already, so you should cut to the squad. Yep, so we were pretty much good to go. So we've gone with Aubameyang up front, obviously fresh from a couple of goals in the West Ham game. We've got Ozil just behind, he obviously scored against Barcelona. We've got Iwobi, Torreira, Elneny and Mkhitaryan making up the midfield, with Kolasinac holding Socrates, Bellerin and Leno making up defensive goalkeeper places. On the bench we've got Rafinha, Sule, Pereira, Lacazette, Maitland-Niles, Ramsey and Kazawa. They're going with, we've got Alisson Becker on goal, Tierney at left back, Van Dijk and Joe Gomez, and Alexander Arnold. With Henderson just in front, we've got Naby Keita and Fabinho just in front of them. Everton, funny enough, playing for Liverpool. Mo Salah and Firmino up front. No space for Mane. Is he on the bench? No, they've got Mignolet, Robertson, Lallana, Edouard from Celtic, Grujic, Lovren and James Milner. Don't know if Mane even still plays them, or maybe he's injured or what, but he's not there. I know Edouard, I had a little Celtic game, a little dabble around with it. He was absolutely phenomenal. And I've seen a few people on Twitter today asking about him, about how good he is, and a lot of people saying he does become a bit of a beast in the game. So yeah, so that'd be interesting to see if he comes on and what he does. But Firmino's, I think, leading the line for them today and doing quite well with it. And as we're about to go into half time here, there has literally been not one single highlight in this first half, barring the kick-off one. So what I assume is going to be the end of half highlight starts with a throw in for them in our half, but we get the ball back. I imagine it's just going to end here at any moment. Doesn't seem to be any real kind of emphasis from us to form an attack, but we give the ball away, trying to do something, and they just come forward. I'd imagine it's going to, well, there's still about 50 seconds to go this half, so this highlight could play out, and we don't know what's going to happen with it just yet, but that's going to run out. I think, no, it should do. Everton puts his header just wide for Liverpool, and that should take us into half time, I think now. Yes, it does. Okay, so we're at home, so it's a bit disappointing, but we are looking the better team, but we haven't seen any highlight. The only highlight has been a Liverpool highlight, so we need to address that in the second half. We are going to say we've been excellent, because other than seeing a key highlight, we've created some shots, although we've not seen them. We've fairly nullified them down to just one shot on target. And on the hour mark, we've just made all our subs. We had a few players looking a little bit jaded out there, a few poor performances, a few yellow cards. We just wanted to make sure. So we've put a bit of fresh energy in the team, and already Pereira's come on for Mkhitaryan, and he's involved, and he's scored within about 5 minutes of coming on. Aubameyang with a great ball across, Pereira with a great run, picks him out, and he's buried in the bottom corner. So Aubameyang puts it on the left hand side, very Henry-esque, spreads it wide. Pereira's just running in acres of space, and he fires a great shot across the goal. So Pereira come on for Mkhitaryan. We had Ramsey come on for El Neni. He switched with Torreira, and then we had Kolasinac come off, who was looking tired. We get the clearance away. We don't quite rush out fast enough for the second ball, but we get there eventually. Aubameyang, chance to drill forward. Look left or right. He's got space players running both sides. Pereira again. Far ball. Iwobi 2-0. And we're taking apart the league leaders. Second half, we've come out all guns blazing. Excuse the pun with guns and Arsenal, but there we are. Aubameyang finds Pereira, who's changed the game and coming on. He scored and an assist. A great volley from Iwobi, and that's 2-0. Still a long time for things to change, but looking good, looking good. We're going to drop back from attacking now to a more cautious mentality, just to try and give ourselves a bit more chance at the back. And with 10 minutes to go, time is really whittling away. We've not seen much since that goal. We're not going to see Edouard today, see what we can do. Salah's gone off for Lallana. I think we saw that before the highlight, because we saw Lallana involved. Alexander Arnold's gone off for Lovren, who's gone in centre back, and Gomez has gone to right back. I mean, that's a long header through. It's a good save by Leno. They should be pulling one back there. I didn't see who the other sub was for them, but I'm not too bothered. I think Fabinho came on or went off. I think he went off. If you could run for that, Aubameyang, you've got the pace to get that. And Everton just boots it out for a goal kick for us. Okay, cheers mate. And we're just going to drop a concentrate on now, because we are Arsenal and they're overwhelmed. Professional football has been overwhelmed, being told to concentrate. Okay then. Alrighty then. But we should be home and dry now. What's that? About 8 seconds left to go. We have the ball. Ozil drills forward. It's Pereira again. He gets in. I had a chance to run, but the referee blows the whistle, which I don't mind. I'll take that. A 2-0 win against League Leaders Liverpool. That's a great performance. We've been a little bit hit and miss against the big boys this year. We beat Chelsea, but we got thumped by Man United. Struggled to a draw against Tottenham to a degree. And then we've come out and been absolutely brilliant against Liverpool. Obviously at home. I imagine the Chelsea game was probably at home as well. It's maybe the away games that we need to have a little bit more plan B. But Ozil's going to be out for 6 to 12 days. It didn't seem to see an injury picked up in that game, so that's very strange. Iwobi is playing well, so we're going to praise him for that. Just not been called up by the Nigerian team, which is very strange, because he's been playing most of the Arsenal game, and he's been playing. I mean, last season he was immense, but he's not been to those standards this season. But he's still been pretty good. So a bit surprised by that. So let's see the league table, and then we'll work out where we're going to come back for. So up into 4th, there's still a few games played around us, but that top spot has been closed right in now. And we've actually made Liverpool lose their first game this season. So it's just United that are unbeaten currently, sitting in 3rd, 4 points behind behind Liverpool with a game in hand. We've got no games in hand now. I thought we had a game in hand over someone, but we don't. So let's see what we're going to come back for. So we're looking for the next big name really. We'll skip over the Champions League and Villa games. It's probably going to be the Man City game here. Down in 6th, I think they are 7th at the moment, but with games in hand could change. So yeah, we'll come back for that. and we might go quite quickly. It's still looking the same, but we've got Southampton straight after, who are right behind us in the league, and between us and City. I think between us and City, or someone anyway. Yes, we've got a couple of games in December we might look at before we just crack on. Yeah, so we'll be back for the Man City game, so I've got a good few to play at work tomorrow. Hopefully I get a chance to do so. I am quite a good bit way ahead of in the Arsenal save, so I've got a little bit more breathing space and time to catch up if I need to. So it's not too big a deal if I don't do it tomorrow, maybe just do it Thursday or Friday or something. If you enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like. If you're new to the channel, please drop a sub down below, that would be absolutely fantastic. And any comments as well, any suggestions, like I mentioned on one or two of the videos, players who you think might fit this, reinventing the Invincibles. I'm looking for, the next Patrick Vieira, someone who's, fitting that mould. Freddie Ljungberg, Perez. I think I've got the Henry sorted with Aubameyang. He's pretty close to it. Need a Bergkamp equivalent perhaps as well. Looking at the left back and right back spots as well. Centre backs are decent-ish, but again we might look at it. And I think the goalkeepers are pretty set. Peter Cech is retiring at the end of the season, so that's something to consider as well. We've got Butland and Leno at the moment, so we're pretty good on two goalkeepers. We maybe just need a young one to let them two sort of tutor and get up to a level for the future. But yeah, until next episode for that Man City game, I'll see you later. Take care.